Hey, it's Lila's mama here. Just want to apologize ahead of time. I have my 9-month-old right here with me in the background, so if you hear some mooing and gawing, it's her. Just for any interruptions. But something I kind of feel I want to put my kind of 2 cents in on that I hear discussed a lot as far as in the little people community, and I've actually been approached and asked, about this myself, is the word midget. Is this a good word? Is it a bad word? What is it? I've actually had people come up to me in public, and they'll ask me directly, like, what is a correct term to call you? Is it midget? Is it dwarf? Is it little person? What's the correct term for who you are? And I'm just like, well, hey, my name's Whitney, and you can call me that if you want. But I mean, seriously though, I feel like midget is just another word for being short, and a lot of little people kind of compare that word to the word nigger, and I don't mean that word in any offense. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but just a lot of little people will say being called a midget is like calling the black person a nigger, the N word, and I feel like that's a very far stretch. Number one, because I think the N word, it definitely has a lot more of a negative history behind it. There's a lot deeper meaning behind that word, and I don't feel like midget even compares at all to that word. I don't even feel like you should put those words side by side and compare them, because they're just two totally different things. So, I mean, midget is just another word for a short person. It's a dwarf. It's just another word for being short. And the N word just has just a lot more deeper stuff behind it. So I think little people really need to stop making that call on that. I don't feel like that's right. I just don't feel like that's. It's not equal. So with that out of the way, as far as the word midget goes, growing up in my household, it's my mom's the average sized person, and then my dad's a little person, and I'm the oldest, and I'm a little person, and then it's my two younger sisters. They're average sized people, and my brother's a middle child, and me and my brother and my dad are all little people in the family. And growing up, my mom really kind of bred us to really frown upon the word midget. She really instilled that in our heads that is not a nice word. If you hear this word, it's meant in a hurtful way. So growing up, that's how we looked at that word as. If we were, being a little kid and being new to a school, or just being new really and to the world, people people really looked at me differently. I definitely drew a lot of attention. And being a little person or being different in any way, you get a lot more attention drawn to you going in public places. And that's how kind of what it was for me. Going to a grocery store or as a child or just anywhere, you get people, a lot of stares. You get little kids kind of following you around and pointing at you like, hey, this little person, like, oh my god, blah blah blah. What is this thing? And it's just like that's innocence though. That's a child. That's a child just not knowing. But I also would get it from a lot of adults that you would think would be a little bit more mature about it. And I just feel like that's just kind of ignorance on their part. That's just kind of lack of knowledge of little people, maybe. And just it's just new and bizarre to them. It's different. So it's something to stare or poke fun at or take pictures of. And being a little kid, that was just really hurtful. And that was really hard to kind of go through. And I didn't really have anyone except my mom, who was an average sized person, to kind of look to as far as guidance for that. And like I said, she really instilled that, these people are out to hurt you, and it's just not nice. My mom was like mama bear on that. But I mean, she was just looking out for us. She's just trying to protect her babies, And my dad being a little person, he wasn't so easy to kind of look up to because he didn't handle his size very well. He kind of grew up in a different kind of family that wasn't really supportive. They weren't really knowledgeable of the whole thing. So he had a hard time with that. So he don't know how to handle it. So I couldn't really look up to him. So I kind of looked to my mom. So the word midget was very, very frowned upon. So then going from a child into my teenage years, I was just more, I guess, with the hormonal changes and everything, and then having a mind of my own, and it more pissed me off than anything. I would go into places actually looking for people making fun of me. I would look for it. I would look for reasons to be angry at people, and it's just like, why did I look back now? Like, why did I do that? Why did I want to be mad? Why did I just, like, I just looked for reasons to go off on people, and I got to a point where if someone was taking pictures of me, I would literally rip my phone out or my camera and just follow them around, flashing it like, "You like that shit? You like that? You know, how do you like this or whatever?" And it was just like I was more of a crazy midget than to them to make even more fun at, because I was acting like a lunatic. Just like I just didn't handle myself very well. So that was kind of a rough time. So I went from being hurt as a child to being angry as a teenager. And then going into my 20s, I started meeting and talking to different people who had more of a positive attitude towards life and have a positive attitude as far as, I guess, self-confidence, kind of self-awareness of who they were. And it kind of taught me a lot and made me look at myself, you know, and it made me realize that you have total control of your emotions. You have total control of what you allow to hurt you and what you allow to upset you. You know, and it made me think, you know, I'm letting this silly word midget, like, just really get to me. I'm letting it just bring me down and ruin all these really potentially good days, or I'm letting it ruin a day that was already starting off really good. I'm letting it just piss me off, and it's like, why do I want to do that? Why do I want to be angry? Like, who wants to be angry all the time like that? Like, that's just no. So it just made me really realize a lot, and just that life's just too short for that stuff, you know. Like I said, you have total control over that kind of thing, and once you realize that, it's like nothing can stop you. I think Peter Dinklage, if I'm saying his name right, I'm sorry, but the short actor, I believe he's on Game of Thrones, and I know he's on Elf, the Christmas movie. He's like the only little person actor that doesn't always play a little person role. He doesn't always play an elf or a dwarf or anything. You know, he's in a lot of really serious movies, and I really look up to that. I really admire him for being that, because there's a lot of little people actors out there or actresses that are stuck in the roles of just being a little person. You know, an elf or a dwarf or, you know, whatever else, a hobbit. It's just. But he kind of said it best. I seen he posted a quote. I know I'm not saying it word for word correctly, but I believe it was on his Twitter account. He posted something about once you can accept your flaws, it's like no one else can bring you down. So what I get from that is, once you can accept who you are as a person, whether you're short or you're fat or you're blind or you're deaf, whatever, you're in a wheelchair. It's just once you accept that and accept that that's who you are, no one else can bring you down. Because it's just like, I already know who I am. I don't need you to sit here and try to make me feel bad for who I am as a person. You know, and everybody, you are a beautiful person. If you're one of those people who does that to someone else, who is one of those people following a handicapped person around, making fun or taking pictures of them, then you got some deeper issues going on with yourself. Maybe you've got something else going on at home, or maybe someone's doing that to you. But it's just kind of sick. It really is. I mean, it's sickening to me to make fun of someone else for something like who they are or something they were born with. It's just sick. But you are a beautiful person, no matter what you look like or no matter what's going on with you. And once you accept that only you have control of what you allow bother you, of what you allow upset you, and once you get that strength in you of just, this is me, and you're not going to tell me anything different. It's like, you can look at the people making fun of you and just kind of laugh, like, just just screw off, you know, just screw off, go away. because I got bigger things to worry about. I got other bigger things to move forward on than to worry about what you have to say or about me or what you got problems you have with me. It's just life's just too short for that shit. Life's too short to be angry or upset or to worry about what this person's saying or what this person's saying. It's just too short for that stuff. I don't want to live that way. I don't want to be angry or look for people making fun of me anymore. I don't want to do that. So, like I said, what it really comes down to is that there's always going to be haters in this world. There's always going to be someone who has some kind of issue with you and just wants to point out something that's wrong with you. They want to point out, it's just not good. I don't think it's something that's going to go away. There's always going to be ignorant people in this world that are going to try to put you down in some way or just try to make you fail at something you're trying to do. And what I really have to say to that is, like, it goes along the same lines of once you accept who you are as a person and you know what's up and just nothing else can bother you. You're in total control. You are in total control of what gets to you and your emotions. So just, if you want to be happy, then be happy, live that way. Live that way and tell yourself, I'm not going to let myself be this person. I'm not going to let this bother me anymore. And once you get through that, that's it. You're unstoppable. Nothing else is going to get to you. I mean, it's going to be hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy or peaches and creams, but just life will be a little bit simpler once you get that through your head. So that's really all I have to kind of say today. And like I said, it goes a lot deeper than just the word midget. It goes for just everybody out there, everyone has some kind of flaws. So it really goes to everyone. I hope maybe I made a difference to somebody today. I hope, I kind of brought a little light, maybe a little bit more motivation or inspiration. I hope I did something for you. I mean, if not, this is just my opinion. This is just kind of me ranting and raving about something I kind of feel strongly about. So if it made a difference, that's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm kind of new to this whole YouTube thing. So, if you have something you want to comment or like or subscribe, whatever, that'd be awesome. So I hope you have a really good day. And just keep moving forward. That's all. So, all right. Have a good day. Bye.